crappier, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. On 65th Street. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landed. In the dirty, dirty apartments, stay shot. I forever be the hardest, big time. Like the New Orleans, real shine. Like the Magnolia, city in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
Oh, we need nobody else but God. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one thing, you got a soldier like me, I'm gonna stay solid, baby, to the bone, bro, so you know me. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top. Yeah.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I'm squinting. Bro, give me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. No, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my together, go to work. I've been hitting licks since flip verse first. Riding like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? The ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that. Nah. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landed. In the dirty apartments, stay shot. I forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the Magnolia, city in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landed. In the dirty apartments, stay shot. I forever be the hardest, big time. Like New Orleans, real shine. Like the Magnolia, city in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then, now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Bob. In Madden Ultimate Team.
Hester to return from his end zone. First play and a first throw for Rodgers.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And right away, he lost the football.
And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Vic on 2nd down. Buying time to his left.
That is caught by Laporta.
Touchdown! Sam Laporta, 32 yards.
And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
Hester to return from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Here's Hester open right side. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. That is caught, and he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
And I think the ball's out, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Vick. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now it's Rodgers. That'll be caught by Hester. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Hester, and they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing is Rodgers. This one taken in by Hester. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Rodgers on 3rd and 2. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Michael Crabtree, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Vick goes play action. This to Laporta, right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 22. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Sheds off the tackle. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Michael Vick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They will indeed go for it. Vick. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. First down, the run with Lynch. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Let's get it together, defense. 19 light.
Throwing, Vick. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Play action now. Vick rolling to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
56 to Mark, 56, check 56.
Fourth down, Vick. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sam Laporta with his second touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. Now a handoff up the middle. Hester. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Escaping the pressure right. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Eluding the pressure right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
To throw is Rodgers. Being chased out, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They start the drive with Lynch. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here comes second down. Vick to throw. And that one complete to Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that sets up a big third down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT? Or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
Vick. Throw left side complete. That's Lynch.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed a pass and lost yardage on the play.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. Here's Vick. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Michael Vick. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. 2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's second down. They'll run again with Lynch. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
This is 1st and 10. One final try now for Rodgers. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it from here for Charles Davis and the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com/Madden. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.